say every year a political year. You need say election year and year politics. But when at the end of a fact, Obia when you political party, don't be quick to assign a reason. Because then you be quick, hey, president is booed. He's booed for what? He is booed for what? And Mabushia, oh my goodness. Me call program be as done. And I cast for Baho. No more buy no. Penya wakasa o program nase no. Enipa mienu share white to say this nakaba for white dress ibi.
Yeah.
I know say openyi ye de say we president, we vice president, we hwan yo. O ba program as na ye banko a de a o kasa nko a yen sa nipa mienu we de ye gina wachi. Na mkachi di panse we de mesra mu mpanyimfo. Me a student ben. We've done some of these things before. But ye any kind of protocol ni security anyesa arrangement no. To the moment ambokwa ko gina ho pe mu gina ho na security di America abe some edemoko because o me fi some ye threat. Right? Some would have decided to say ebi asema American come here dey away menko because we just no mo ye. But the first of because say bia men free or away no and no nkyere say asem na American no ana de meye no o mo mpeme. No. Asema president kan president or your politics o. Okay, NPP asemo. Okay, NDC asemo.
We are seeing
Bagana. Even promoting Ghana.
Anyway, I'm sure my Ghana.
See away.
Encouraging people. Some will bet me ba Ghana, abe boama Ghana, you put to akoso. And you are there saying away. And you think the away is president in away. No, the away is now. But asem na wakano. You can't say away to asem na wakano. It was the away for President Nassim na wakano. No. Was the away demonstration the president where no. But away ni na hane say president. Oh, so DJ ya bonyuma yes and I will be a microphone kasa. Obi ambe o kasa tie ye pejom no na asa. So we are having fun. Mama ya have fun no.
William,
time for speeches.
Some few minutes ago, NDC issued a statement, but I'll just read the final paragraph. No, not yet. I can't say their concluding paragraph. No, say any attempt to belittle the spontaneous angry protest of such a vastly heterogeneous crowd is to turn a deaf ear on the felt needs of the Ghanaian people. The mess that this NPP Akufo-Addo Bawumia government has brought upon Ghanaians will not be solved by farcical blaming of political opponents. It's about time government woke up to smell the coffee. First of all, why did you accuse the NDC of instigating, bullying?
Why did you accuse the NDC?
Oh, statement now. Abua Papu issued by NRH on Sunday evening.
Because the NDC was quick to claim as a bomb in AC. Yeah, he'll be able to claim ownership. They were quick to claim, sir, that was the meaning of the NPP.
But we didn't issue a statement.
No, I mean, guys, when you statement, you did not. Yes. But as a mercy, and you are quick to come as some nurse in Ninja.
No, we never talk about it. As some see a youth na akwakutu a good president. And I say DJ Bonjom no.
NDC where the NDC's response came and the amount of the share almost.
As some na see no ko social media or anywhere never those people who were saying the president has been booed because of it. They are all NDC for.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, no, I say NPP ni bi say you boo.
But you share. I don't hear you. What you say?
No, it's not me make just say.
The state as entertainment as a Katangi, you know. Which yes.
A bigger program this year. Why would I focus on that session of the youth? No, rather no. Me focus on Oma phones, a channel picture stage. Why shouldn't I focus on them? But you want me to focus on Omo away no?
Oh, but I said youth in the
because Oma nya away no. I don't to say Oma ya away. So come on, Richard. Nobody
at that program was agitating that they don't want the president on the stage.
Richard, that's
everything we say, and everyone say away. Have you seen the picture?
We've all seen the video.
Like that was what was happening.
Oh, Richard.
Nobody cheered the president.
You are making me laugh.
No, don't laugh.
All right, Martin.
Don't laugh. I mean,
so Patron 2 we no.
Don't the American say.
Good.
Let us focus. You see, in Gallup was saving Biomoya, right? And Gallup will always say, maximize your strength and manage your weakness.
Yep.
Where I agree with NDC statement, I can say, even if, let's assume, say, the boo was for President Obama, NPP and the government, we will need to manage that. We will not ignore it. But we will rather maximize on the strength. And the strength is majority. Over 95% of the people there were joyous to see their president come and address. They took their phones to take pictures of him speaking. I will focus on the majority. I will maximize on that strength. But I will manage the few now. I will ignore them. But I will manage that. But my strength and my energy should go to Dudwana. They were happy to see their president speak. I think we'll be here.
Mate, yeah, move on. So IMF team is already in Ghana for their talks. We understand, say, they will meet the president. Similar registration deadline is it's just some 3 days away. You touch on these two issues. We'll come back and we'll talk about Aishawan and the court, Manuribe, I mean, on a year the same deadline now. What are your expectations?
I think I think I've made progress from that issue. I don't know why it's because
many people have registered now.
Matisa minister say they has postponed that
deadline
to the end of the year and visa because person with disability for and to me and registering normal, so there are some lapses. So going forward, and that was all of us our appeal. Me just say okay. Let us give a maximum time. No, be at access to be able to register. That is all we should be looking at. How national identification for so me back to the.
No, but minister, no word. How was it captured? Was it in a statement or what?
I think it was in a statement. We've even talked about it severally here. So yes, that I think he's extended it to the end of the year because persons with disability and other disabled also and me access for the registration. So that's what I know to me. And unless, of course, another development about. So my focus now should be how national identification for go back to the people and register them. They don't. And the last guy said, only empty our contract. It is good, only empty our contract. But you see, I believe in data. No, I have always supported this SIM card registration. You know why? The prank calls need cyber fraud need no matter cost work room with this MTN and other networks. It's becoming. And they said, database will be able to trace the people. That is what we should be looking at. And it should make sure it's a national identification and proper data about somebody. Not the register so still So I will urge you say, for the information I've gathered so far, Majidi said by Friday they are not blocking anybody's SIM. We want to register. Wow, also your national identification card, say NIA for so because it's all under one ministry. So almost omunya say manya access to national identification card. And a man to register and also be blocking me SIM. That's why I have problem with you. That's why I have problem with you because the only sole document of which my father is a national identification card. So I say ministry, yes, sure say national identification for no. But every ordinary person in this country should have access to his identification card because after NIA boss says they are starting phase 2 of the registration. So if you are starting phase 2 of the registration now, it's now that people also get access to it. So should we look at people who don't have the national identification card, and then have not been able to register? That is where we should be fighting. Say their SIMs should not be blocked. I think going forward, we should just get proper thing done now. The way in a manner, yes, structure in normal say no enya dia for don't last me say obi betimi afra akrase across you. I travel for 2-3 hours before I get access for the registration of the card, the SIM card. No, the mestre say ministry no any telcos no they should have a proper management system. Any NIA so everybody will get access to you because we are Ghanaians. Obi and free to go no abaha. Because foreigners or mobile, I want to say foreigners bosses here they are allowed to use their passport to do registration. But young Ghana afford it. We are not allowed to use our passport to do registration. So going forward, I think that's what we have to do. Now IMF and so I
say when a country requests financing from the IMF, we assess whether the country's policies are consistent with debt sustainability as one of our requirements. We still need to conduct a thorough update of the debt situation in Ghana through our debt sustainability analysis. The last, I don't know if it's useful. I have here the last debt sustainability analysis. We published this as part of the 2021 article staff report with Ghana. It said public debt was a sustainable conditional on a rigorous and credible implementation of the authority's medium-term consolidation. Where a bit of the information at IMF wanted them towards negotiations with the government to secure a 3 billion loan from the fund, and some of the things they will look out for in granting our request.
And also, after IMF, that is what they do. Say, assess any grant for you need to do proper structure, proper analysis for your country debt sustainability, how you be able to make sure your debt is very sustainable and more grants. Because IMF the policy or more policies somewhere now. When somebody have some policies, new programs are almost it won't fit in the current situation. No more. Okay, now. NDC time you call IMF. They put embargo on employment because the major problem was that Oceana ghost names na honor. So if you say there's ghost names, you need to clean up the ghost names and now you do replacements. So you don't need to employ more whilst there are people in the system and that has been one of the major problems in this country. So that was a policy Omodi Baye. So Mejidi said, they will look into our books, they will look at our policies and programs now. Now share your debt credibility no so. Now when you say they said report they said Ghana lack access to international market. Nti yantimi yakobe bia nya loan biom. And nansan so ma hu say Minister of Finance so say domestic debt restructuring. I think that's the only way I bet my domestic debt because share that's what I follow says it's a problem to this is a major problem to the country now. Yes, it's a major problem to country. Share from President Kufuor, President Mills, President Rollins time in now. It was bilateral, multilateral. I don't know whether you observed that. You need UK for UK for loan. You Germany and then Germany for loan. But Papa Iba, he didn't look at that. He started looking at the capital market. He started looking at capital market and you can't do restructuring when you go into borrow from the capital market. Because Happy FM when muti is there. Somebody Happy FM is car. Meba mo jamba Happy FM meba be loan mo na me ba be say loan near cost of ntimi ntua nti mo membra some of them munti as you but Ghana as a country there we can sit down and look at it properly and do a restructuring. So in the international market now loans we can't do any debt restructuring as a stands because we share loans is from capital market. That's why I raise a point here say a country will go for a zero coupon loan zero coupon bond you should know say that country is on its own knee. And see, you share your problems there, Bono. Your problems there don't support the door. Share from Kwame Nkrumah to President John Mahama. When you say you call IMF 17 times, when you sky here 3.3 billion. From Kwame Nkrumah to President John Mahama 3.3 billion. But none of them afford IMF only 3 billion. Why?
But I'm reading something here from the Director of ISE, Professor Peter Korte, or say he's worried that Ghana's debt levels may pose a challenge to its move for the IMF support. The Ministry of Finance announced that the IMF delegation is currently undertaking a comprehensive debt sustainability analysis of the country. Acknowledging that the IMF has various support schemes the country could benefit from, the Professor of Economics is disturbed that the country's unsustainable debt levels raises more concerns. For IMF, they require that you have a sustainable debt level or a medium-term plan to ensure that your debt levels become sustainable. They have been sounding this warning, but Ghana's debt sustainability threshold is not good. Or no FSA or Express and no.
That's a fact. Oh, that's a fact. Share your revenue to GDP now. Your revenue to GDP, I think it's only 12%, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Now your debt to GDP, and then it's over 90%. Now say you IMF 3 billion. You're going to add that to your debt to GDP. And I'm not a finance person, but I'm sure it will be added to the debt to GDP. And they said 3 billion, and you have other debts. Only say debt amortization. I think I want to give it that. Debt amortization now. You clearly see we are in trouble because 3 billion now is going to be added to our debt to GDP. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now added to the debt to GDP. Debt now, debt now, decade down.
Over 400 billion.
Yes. How are you going to pay? Debt amortization. Okay, appendix 3A of their 2022 budget. In 2022, the trial debt amortization 7 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Look at 2023, next year, 9 billion, an increment of 2 billion. Look at 2024, an increment of another 2 billion, so 11 billion. But you see, it can jump from 11 billion. From 2024 to 2025, you have 23 billion of debt amortization. Meanwhile, the IMF program is 2 years, I remember. Mm-hmm. It's 2 years before we exit. Yeah. So I was asking, say, the program in the policies now, or the banner, it's another major problem. It is IMF have to look at. They don't, okay, on budget, now only say free SHS. Abenube use 2.3 billion for this year. Abenube use Ghana Care or Batampa program, 1.33 billion. All baby use for Batampa. Infrastructure for poverty eradication program 1 billion. Abenesa Youth Start program now it's one of the consumable program. It doesn't bring productivity. Or you use 1 billion.
The IMF might look
at those things. Planting for food and jobs. Aben is $614 million Ghana City. Mm-hmm. And Aben 1 district 1 factory. Apart from the subsidizing of the product, or you do 216 million Ghana City. This year alone, that priority programs now. They are all consumable program and for productivity. Abeni use 1.88 billion CD to invest in that. And all these programs, it doesn't bring any productivity apart from free SHS. But even with the free SHS, they use oil proceeds. Mm-hmm. They use the oil proceeds to go and to pay the free SHS. So other programs, they can scrap all these programs out. Now, I'll share going forward, and because if you look at our debt sustainability in Ukraine, we are nowhere near being very sustainable, and debt to GDP is escalating. And so I was thinking, the major thing that let's just look at the loopholes of the revenue mobilization. It's one of the things. You can bear with me, the amount of money you at the port daily, we can make this money. IMF
now digital.
Yes.
Platforms near the it's
not saving us anything. There are still major loopholes because the revenue to GDP only 12%, one of the lowest in Africa. Let us look at it. Then the loopholes and institutions, I think they should have a strengthened and more empowered Yoko to do thorough investigation and the BNI. Institutions don't share malpractice and financial wastage. You go to a place like passport office, even though it is being restructured. You go to a place like FDA, Food and Drug Authority. Mm-hmm. You go to a place like Birth and Death Registry. All those areas, people pay. Birth and Death Registry. The only amount of money you have to pay is only 10 cedi. But officially, but people pay about 250 to 300 cedi. Why don't you make it sustainable and restructure it, make it sustainable? We have a system where look, this money just can't be out. Look at ghost names. It goes to institutions, agencies, wastage, human resources, waste. So I think if you have a proper restructuring on all these things, this country is a problem. That is why I've always called for one thing, and I will still insist. I will still insist. All the illegal mining areas now let's turn it to state mining companies. State mining companies will get a lot of reserve. The United States of UK, United Kingdom, apart from remittances, they don't have any source of revenue. But what they do is that they use our gold now. That's what they use to determine the price of goods and services for the people all over the world. So why don't you have a state mining? Why one thing I've commended them. When they said they've built refineries or Kruma, the state has now built a refinery so they can refine our gold. So why don't you build our state mining? Now I think we have one of the richest lithium in the world. Discover. So have the natural resources. Let's look at it. Let's restructure it. But maybe I don't answer. That debate is not working now because you're not doing that. And I think they're looking at what will happen. We have a lot of things to do. Now, that is why they started the restructure of domestic bonds now. Wow. Domestic debts now. Only one Ghana better. And I think we have failed already, but whatever we have to do, we have only 26 months to change the narrative.
Babaka will wrap up with Aisha, NDC court, and then, but Padmore, on a year, same issues, this IMF issue,
Some day, the last week, yeah, and I feel ration so by there should always be a bridge between the two. And then if it's a process and so and I ain't allow money, you how I best and my good. But and a baby as so man. IMF coming to Ghana and say a tone a bread to Tubu and come to be my Richard because Okasa Nikase Mono as much as he tried as much as possible to speak as a Ghanaian. Yes, or condemn more NPP. Say na NPP nyewe. Say the discourse no fasa a boy. The reason why I'm saying that is, we share in this. Because I'm buying my best economy. No, my say na economy na say that before COVID. And I say before COVID na omom kasa Ghana come here. Say no much Ghana. Because NPP buy na IMF ewo krum how. And NPP buy any shares in the fair economy. We are already under a program. You be free IMF program, I think around 2019. Before COVID by 2020 February. I'm shut down any of my buy. The time Ben NPP in the best economy. So that means before COVID and this is IMF now and NDC and can say no. Which is not true. But do politics are sometimes can't answer maybe. We all admit the shocks that has come to hit not only in Ghana, but Ansana IMF for a bit agree. What can be so they will have to look at maybe and Sana
sustainability.
Yes. Which is kind of debt to GDP ratio now and then I'm around projected around 84-85%. And quite can say a revenue to GDP now is around 12%. So that means we're putting at debt to GDP at 88, the revenue at 12. So the M say even around that. It tells you say what problem with our revenue generation.
Fact.
That is a fact. Yeah. And MPP are bank one experiences are most governments. It's not okay. Digitalization, digitalization, some young. The major driver of Sanya Menina was say Beboa a show up your revenue generation. Memutis a be a Joy FM4 as your investigation be my still within your custom division. People sell smuggle and
98.9
into Ghana a beton. And I'm asking, say, how wicked can we be and when can we stop? Say, yeah, journey on mine rather than young individual, because it's in a question, Obia, sorry, a quail no be faso, obe Mia Ghana. No, but to my and no person faso. A jinka sika, a bet me a j, nabo, mine on edia to mine food food, near dia bois, and put you my yin benefit no. Any papa who be say, what's your tier tax 10,000 was a mammy 2,000. No, I tax not 300, no, nudge 2,000 because 10,000 never quite buy her. Sebi, Ninyan say, no one who says 10,000 by buying her, no fast be benefit, not sorry, baby, ni schoolmate be, and final, you know, binya. ɛna nipa sɛ sɛ yɛadwene ho wɔ ɔman mu sɛ yɛntumi anya good citizens wɔ ɔman mu ammoa amma yɛ revenue generation no ankɔ sɛne yɛpɛ no a it will be a big challenge to any government bi ɔbɛbɛ biara mmerɛ bi ɔpanyin baako ka asɛm I think it was Professor Stephen Ade no ka sɛ oh even your ports nkoa can generate sika yɛbɛtumi de ahwɛ ɔman yi ɛni kan na ɔman panyin si o ɛni ɔpanyin fa onim deɛ bra ɔbɛyɛ no
board chair yeah. Talk is cheap.
So the question will be, what happened? So what I say, ye nyina ejitum say sika wo hɔ a yɛbɛtumi generate sika obi anim.
Papa no 90% of our consumption are all from the port.
Yeah.
And so what I say
importation.
Exactly.
Importation.
And you are asking yourself, say, scan efa hin. Ye ni pesu. IMF coming no, ombeye de ombeye and the beboa Ghana economy. Say Ghana, ye pay $10 billion. Na IMF say ye deserve $10 billion. No, omo share the way your revenue 70 between the tier. They would support Ghana. But so we know say na mo loophole say did mu niema NCC ye. Say the sika we mama anhwe kra na mo ho be kire mo a. De ye pe no, omo ntimi mfama ye. Na oni ma de ba kwa mani agi ewo omo kamera de ba kwa mani agi ne say empanfo da IMF na no ne say Ghana ho kira ye wom say no enye say Ghana ban say no oni ntoto ya ebeboa ahyehye oban no. Also it is not a result of say aban no do not have the right policies. So on the policy side they agree say aban no won hyehyɛ pa ebetimi aboa oman no. The other side is the management of the policy, the implementation of the policy, and then the follow-up and the measure of the policy. Say, juma. Because say the good policy, implemented. Any purpose who did him. Say, obey school feeding. Kim, any purpose who did school feeding home. Free SHS, any purpose who did home. Secondary school placement, any purpose who did home. Ye ni persono say ya ansesa ye software na wosro na hardware na say ye adwuma no ye bebre
ye kwa
the problem na ye software no adwene no original the orientation of adwene no. How patriotic are we? Ye susa ni go school no anwuma ni ye totototo ni ye bobo kire ye na encourage. It was all promoting the patriotic nature in you.
Yeah, in us.
Eti wunyini nyina no gina omayi ho Ghana man ye wara the nation is yours wa wodia. Eti say we di boni akai say wa wo man na we di boni asay no ene we
say nunti nene me busa enkrabie father te say judge na asem na wo kan ye no enkoma na because the judge said this case of Aisha's engagement in illegal activities or mining was one of public concern, considering the depth of damage being done to the environment through Galamsey activities. Citing threats by Ghana Water Company to shut down if nothing is done about Galamsey activities and the impact of same on marine species in affected water bodies, among others, the judge refused the accused person's bail. But in Krabie father to say, or no dear, some reasons na judge ne de ma ya wo de refuse the client bail no enimre bia mu asem na aba ne ye kan wuntimi nkoka se dwumadie na wo die na ma yensu asenti no na Ghana da bi enya no wo pa tie oba no kwadu e de abono no sepa ne sitie but she's been denied bail for the second time. Richard maminti
they don't say normal say
but utie judge na some no kind na I was expecting lawyer no to also feel that same pain of distraction to our environment.
What are you saying? The judge was a call for us to protect our water bodies.
Yeah.
You see, you just drew my attention to something species in the marine areas.
Yeah.
Just adrenaline is affecting us. So it's a concern. Saying
big concern.
Now, who can say it's a judge and say lawyer no some failure? Is it only Asha one that is spoiling our water bodies?
So Nana Semabaye.
Oh, no, Ashawan is 0.1% of the whole issue. After 100%, Ashawan is just 0.1% of it. So Ashawan is not only headache. His situation is not. I think the fresh charges being a sabay number.
Yeah.
I can just acquire and can last cry or call court and illegal mine and count. Wow. And to me, near judge in the kind say we should protect our water bodies, no. And then I say young Wajuma. And then I say young come back and then clamp down the illegal miners in the communities. The Lord said, I just want to Galamsey. Make sure that Galamsey is Division 3. The Lord, some can't such a matter. You were sponsor, and you were gang leader, and you were ghetto owner. Until Ashawan, dear, he's just a sponsor. Ashawan on Kobus go to Galamsey. One what he the group that's so abuse on Galamsey. It doesn't solve any problem. And to me, dear, let us take a critical look at it. That's why I've already called say the best is say and Attorney General and government of Ghana and say let's go to court and seek injunction to profile the woman. You know, young profiling Ashawan. You see the people involved. Ashawan, what has it done?
Yeah.
You see the people involved. It's a cabal, it's a chain. It's just one out of the chain. The other people are also doing Galamsey. Now you go back to our forest reserve. All the wildlife officers, park managers, forestry commission heads now more. We should get all of them arrested. They are part of the cabal. They are part of the cabal. Now say men are making. Who go forest reserve area? That's what they are doing the mining. The mining no meaning apart from community mining now Google zone in Ghana forest reserve areas. You know it. It's the wildlife forest park managers. They are involved in this Galamsey thing, and they have connection with the Chinese people. Now China know offering or do airport on the baby on front of baby any. Only baby now on
because on can baby any crown.
Oh, you mean no? I didn't know say Galamsey or. The moment this hypocrisy. You dey Ashawan the one month. You the one kofo nim. Am kofo diboni wo kroma.
Is it when na onim no?
O me nim bia kwa metimi che o say me nim bia me nim Bui National Park.
Because nipa ben na anim ni so o ye bia o say.
O me say na me nim say me nim Bui National Park say forestry wildlife for no or the guard Galamsey. Man can't tell that. Go ahead part 1 to 11. I've been there. They don't. Me tell on the Galamsey areas that you have no idea. And you should get all of them arrested. You don't any random arrest. And Kofu will come how much goals. And one of the things they say, if the common all of us we can't find this illegal man. Only say,
yeah.
We are journalists. They don't. So they say, peg sempa. Make sure also and then they also who story where illegal man area. Ubaba yakum. They don't we why over your kum. Oh, I don't know me catch over. Me say we why over your kum.
Over your kum saying.
Now who go drew on and we say
you baby so acha na.
Me say who drew almost the door na back room. Almost say every ghetto.
Now jiwe na wu e.
They don't. Me see almost say every ghetto.
Na me say who jiwe na wu e.
Obe wu efa. Obe dey wu.
Hu obi a wode ne real shade bi me da ne nsa kan na asa da na no wu e.
To say dey what why you dey. Obi a won hia no. They don't. Me see who drew almost the door back room. Me say every ghetto. Me for 20,000. I want to about 200 ghettos. Obi dey see. Na the one no my cost ho. Security for mu kwa first gidi. Second day gidi, third day so my come. I'm telling you, be so my come. Because you only be that very day no retirement. Umar retirement, great grandchildren retirement ni na omu di boma so do ni kimano my come.
I see.
So it's a problem, you know. It's a problem. So other you deny Ashawan bill, you don't deny Ashawan bill, doesn't stop the fight of Galamsey. Let's look at how we do to curb these manners.
Padmore wrap up my na Sunday 6 p.m. Blasters almost in Nicaragua. Ghana ya no. Just ya right off Nicaragua cry to say Comoro so.
Someone can.
What dey match no. Don't feel about contem ye be hu. Ya right off. Na hu selection na coach na ye na. Just say Ghana for mum yetimi ma coach pressure. Just ye nya man selection no. Ye nya selection e dia ma coach no because ne si na no amanfo aye o ma selection dia ma no say Richard Ofori nem Tarek Lamte Ali Duseidu. Ghana players no be the Ali Duseidu. Ali Duseidu they say no I am see you as a crime mampo. Padmore de kasa area now we talk sports near there so.
Who tie e pa ho adaben.
Asem na
98.9.
judge ne kan no.
Yeah.
Me de mani age.
Good.
Say yeah, court na yeah judiciary no. E di omo beje saade we see.
Fighting on good.
In see in fact, senior yeah prosecute financial cases and corruption cases in the man. Say Chief Justice Benyakwa on setting up environmental courts. You did learned judges are omonim dear with environmental management muso. Now, how do you chiwa? It's a murder case. Because at the end of you know, for that, you are killing people in the future, now and the future. In the other one, can do call what's some dear, what cried there? Because your Dutch in here say no. Ensure echo. And say, so video am the chair when you nip on one go food would also would pay good.
Planting for food and jobs and for so many.
Because of this old trust as in your gold. Mekan say gold galamsey in some no shas, you know. Yes, oh baby, I dear and me or your palm. A wana gold ni bi wopa and kofu twa umefu nyina guye. Meaning me papa no a farmer. Or big oil palm plantation farm. Big cocoa farm. But I'm saying any oil palm plantation away. Cocoa farm away. Na meto ne nsa frɛ no kyɛ sɛ galamsey nsɛm ne nneɛma kyɛ sɛ woma kyɛ kwadi basa misa na wonam a wo kasa kɛseɛ na abɛ yɛnu abɛ ne apakepake wo ne transport ne ɛwɔi ɛnɛ abɛdu koko so ama ɛsɛ yɛ anhwɛ yi a Ghana EU the laws ba bɛbane Ghana koko iwia ne deɛ nsa abɛhyɛ dɛm ne fam ne ɛte hɔ ne yɛde so bɔɔ kɔbɔ aban Yamayeni amre ni yentu sa illegal mining na yede sense asene so sa Ghana yabeye mo boasing obia upon all the blessings that Yamedi amaye in terms of resources ayo. Na ebani say don ebani say ni bedu bebe yedru. Because yenni na sika ni brise na eni enwo. Yes, I see. I say, "Obi akocho obi tikura." Hey, ebi nsida. Yes, and spiritually, says obi akoye bibi okoje sikedro ne wanwan. You hardly hear sani emano. Man, yes, galamsey bebo say, "Hey, you could do as I said. This is your benya good." Obi adi ne nichra okutu galamsey. Ye dachi, ye madachi. Ye nsase a ye senu ye nhwe yo. President Bati committee say name near Richard Dicken. You the military, you the police, you the one for antimi. Inisa fu say ni mama yariga ye kwe ye antimi. Ti ya betina ho. Am ya ka say ntokwa we die ye fa ye nsa nka ntini agya o man no am ya say no. First time President Diniti so say na konya kobelu so won lusu. E coste no. There's no doubt. Mining areas need to be Tutian because was Obabeko Galamsey. I feel the second time Ukraine was a president will intensify our fighting.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm not sure say NPP need be able to say, "Oh, there's what Galamsey NPP co-position." Yeah,
98.
And we sure so long to me establishes our base now. A bindful phobia bar never again. Or bet twa the why so.
Etiefo na mo react to mo messages a yankin kan no pamcho mahunu nyina mo fa ncheme na I'm struggling with this device me boa mo mia enti no anya se mabu mani agu mo messages ne so minim edo am ma program no any adaje am say to monitor the program especially on social media enti no Game Boy Munkela Jonas moni ade mo fa ncheme Munkaila
Jonas.
I'll try and rectify now next week. I say I'll get back to your messages and yeah, acknowledge most more messages. No, but almost here Richard Ofori never them say dually do. Daniel Amate, Mohammed Salisu, Gideon Mensah, Baba Idrisu, Daniel Kofi Kire, Mohammed Kudus, Fatau Isahaku, Osman Bukari, and afi Inaka Williams. Let's just say, are you boxers need here? Hey, are you brothers? No, yeah, you are my friend. This is our lineup facing Nicaragua. Manuribe, who are interested in sports?
I have no idea about sports. Not at all.
Padmore, the one who are present sports crowd. Well, you're a very strong pundit. Padmore, kill it now for you. Sorry so for today.
Well, I think so. They
as a first fire coach, you know, so what? Some will do.
Then that is a confirm. Say, Omugo no no proper go. And I quote what me a proper go if I know.
Ah, you.
So that means referee no mom na boa no. And then go so say and you know na adwuma no.
As a draw no stop supporters.
Don't be say referee na adwuma na coach na adwuma. Dia ne was a coach ne ko.
But a coach no ka so nkwache. As a coach no dey nice and command call at the time a league no ya we no. But we shall see with 2 games now all of a sudden. Yes we am the Kotoko coach former coach ne na ba ogum no.
Omo go fa prosper na ba.
Sana mate.
Well, young
hey.
But Ghana coach need there. Don't for now. Young fan say, or build it team there. Or try the players.
The day you are some no kind said no player is there ben no. Until what made the day you need Jordan.
We are some she says senior players there will be a guaranteed untouchable. No more can was almost pre-position. Who told you? Since when? And I Ghana guys always senior players untouchable. No
current form never I mean your selection.
Senior players untouchable. Young near some way and so person Saba. Young fan go straight.
Yeah.
And when you have a friend uncle Lusu and Bibia. For me, it wasn't a good statement. No matter the good intention, I know what saying that nobody has a place in a team. No, be a deal. But to say, what dear, just what dear, no. A Kobase, the day you performance, near bed dropping now from the World Cup, he can be dropped. Yeah. The two physical crowd by when you are big diggy, said, are they not ready to kill for themselves? Now they also senior players.
I just see now, I'm the square between any moon, and so free him. You have a problem, pal.
If you say a man for be
a man for contract, because when you say over the years, teams have maintained their traditional colors and jerseys. Maybe a swag but now you do a little bit of modification. By idea, every time will be there is a jersey contractor. Jersey contractor, pa. But so a minister so now will taste that. Yeah, this JCB Brower. As also unya taste to I mean look at it and say such a lady way the anya swag. And to pass sports minister has I just yama or me ko share Brazil when you who Brazil for JC nana. Then this what tell you papa.
Ya bo wake up da.
Then
ya bottom na you JC say.
Ba ku kwan kwafo na kente ma you kente wona beti na beti. I was thinking say can no be our standard JC. And if our colors are red and white at every point biano and no with a bit of modification. Holland for JC. Monkanche minister and send what tell you. Agyapong sports about later we watch the match against Nicaragua. Good evening.
Happy Bible quiz. Afia chemono ye no kese na afi we dia Michelbo ye beye no bobroja. Happy 98.9 FM assigned the HBQ 2022 bro.
According to Esther chapter 3 verse 4 hona. Why ena ohene no asomfo no ekasa ekire after so wo ne Mordecai akasa wie no when biom no ne kasa. Amen. Correct for 3 points.
Why a crado? So Bejana was sorry and I'm Happy Bible quiz, Moana. And yet to